Good morning. Happy Friday. Welcome to your early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum here with some words of wisdom to start your day off well. And we have an interesting read today. So I'm looking forward to sharing it with you. And as always, I would suggest that you expand it to whatever focal point you need it to be applied to at this point in time. So those of you in the Midwest are probably getting pounded with snow. I woke up at one point and looked out the window and it was very bright outside. And I'm like, okay, I can see straight across to the neighbor. Nothing's going on. Good morning, Mel. Glad you're here. Welcome. And then a couple hours later, I woke up and looked outside and couldn't even see the tree in the front yard. So we'll see how much we end up with. I don't think the accumulation is supposed to be so much. It's just that it's going to be the rainy, sleety stuff. Good morning, Joe Neal. Welcome. Glad you are here. So, let's see. What else do I have to tell y'all? Sunday is our first Zoom gathering for our lovely Unity Intention Collective. And so what we're going to be doing is sending energy on behalf of America, Mother Earth, the world, anything that moves you. We're all going to be doing it together, but silently, so you can choose where you want to direct your energy. And if you'd like to join us, you can send me an email at bonnie@empowermentandpurpose.com. Just say, I want in for Sunday's intentional meditation, and I will send you an email so that you can sign up through the link that's in the email. But yes, got that going on. Looking forward to that. I think that will be something that feels like a good use of our energy. Yeah. So let's start with some tapping and some breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Next one in, hold at the top, in through the nose. Hold. And out. Hope that felt good, kind of woke everything up, got you moving. And today we have Tosha Silver, Outrageous Openness, Letting the Divine Take the Lead. And it just had the water hawk drop in, or aqua hawk, saying that our water consumption is too high. We have a toilet that isn't cooperating, so when I get around to it, I will have to call and get the plumber. That one I don't want to fix because I think it's going to be taking out all of the guts, not just replacing a handle. So this particular one, if you have the book, is on page 139. Good morning, Nancy. Welcome. Glad you are here. And it's called When Odds Don't Matter. When Odds Don't Matter. And I think too often we do get caught in that game of, well, this is never going to work, or that's never going to work, or the odds are against me, or whatever. And really, when we think about it, good morning, Carolyn. I'm glad you're here. Like people who buy 100 lottery tickets, their odds are not appreciably better buying 100 tickets than buying one ticket. And really, all you need is one. All you need is one. Good morning, Abigail. Glad you are here. Welcome. So I want you thinking about this particular story that she's sharing is about someone finding a life partner. But you can use this understanding for anything. It might be a job you want. It might be a house you want. It might be a lifestyle you'd like to be living. It might be, pick your poison, whatever it is that you are thinking you want and need. And also, let us keep in mind, shall we, that, thank you for all the pretties, that sometimes we're asking for something that really isn't in our highest and best good. And when the universe says no, That's good. That is good. Think back on some of the things that you really, really wanted in the course of your lifetime. And later, when your cooler head prevailed, you could say, man, I'm glad that didn't work out. In all kinds of realms, right? A job, a house, a partner, whatever. Good morning, Carolyn. Glad you are here. Welcome, welcome. So I want you to listen to this story with your intuitive ear. What are the words in here that you're meant to take with you? You're meant to take to heart and soul today. Even just the title, I think, is important. When odds don't matter. When odds don't matter. We don't need to play some kind of a game with whatever aspect of life we're discerning about. So let's see what she has to say, shall we? Nice deep breath in. Opening to receiving. Exhale. The quote is by Hiromi Min. You don't have to know how to open the door yourself. Hear that part again, and then I'll give you the second part. You don't have to know how to open the door yourself. I've said it a bazillion times. How is not our problem. Why is what we need to be paying attention to. Why do we want this thing in the first place? And sometimes when we focus on the why, we can see the folly of our choice. Like, well, so-and-so has one, so I want one too. Or they tell me this is what I need in order to be happy. Or you get the drift. Okay, so Hiromi Min, you don't have to know how to open the door yourself, but you might want to undo a deadbolt or two. In other words, open yourself to receiving. Open yourself to receiving, and you don't need to know how. I'll give you one from yesterday. I think it's probably been 5 days. 5 days ago, got an email for an event that's coming up in Milwaukee, which is a 2-hour drive from here. But it begins at 7:30 a.m., which means leaving here, and if you want a little leeway, about 5-ish. 5-ish is dark here, and I'm not fond of night driving anymore. So I sent this thing out to a plethora of people saying, hey, who wants to go with me? Got several replies from people who said, man, if I didn't have this scheduled or that scheduled, I'd be happy to go, but I can't, blah, blah. And I'm like, pooh, I really want to go to this thing. So I started thinking about alternate solutions. I could go down the night before and stay at a motel and then go to this gig and then drive back. But the drive back would still be in the dark, probably. But it's highway. It wouldn't be that big a deal. So going around. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, pops up one of the people that I had asked. And she said, hey, I think I can get the day off. I'd love to go. So I didn't need to figure out the how, even though my mind went there. I just needed to keep focusing on the why. Why do I want to do this? What it is the celebration of a 10-year anniversary for a funding program. And she's throwing a celebration that's going to invite people. She's going to be sharing, she's doing the keynote about funding your program, your process, whatever it is, my project. Yes, building my intentional community. Funding. How do you get the money to do what you want to do? So, and there's going to be funders there. There's going to be bankers there. There's going to be people with projects like me. There's going to be developers. There's going to be all the people. So I feel like it's a place I need to be. I'm heeding that little voice that's saying, go here, not there. Do this, not that. So paying attention. So you don't have to know how to open the door yourself, but you might want to undo a deadbolt or two. Hiromi Min. So here's the story. Someone named Janine called wanting to know why she hadn't been able to find the kind of union she'd been seeking forever. She'd finally decided that though she loved San Francisco, she needed to move to a spot with better odds. Every potential guy here, she moaned, was either married, gay, or both. I passionately assured her that this wasn't so, saying, it's not about numbers. It's about karma and vibration. Hear it again. It's not about numbers. It's about karma and vibration. Are you open to receiving what it is you're saying you want? Or is there some part of your energy that's going, yeah. And you don't need 100 options. You only need one. But her mind was set. She was moving to the ultimate He-Man Valhalla, Alaska. I was flummoxed. Do you really want to live there? Silly, she replied. Absolutely not. I belong here. But the ratio of women to guys is like 85-1. I must go. I said she might spare herself a pricey and exhausting move just by using divine order. She agreed for the next month to say, the perfect partner is already selected. He is arriving in the right way at the right time. I'm so grateful to receive him. There's the formula. And when we believe in the formula, it works. So plug in whatever it is. The perfect blank. So for me, I'm going to start with the perfect location is already selected. It will arrive in the right time, in the right way at the right time. I'm so happy and grateful to receive it. Do yours. The perfect blank is already selected. It is arriving in the right way at the right time. I'm so grateful to receive it. This woman, Janine, she wanted to cover all her bases and continued to pack for the tundra. I kept insisting that if she sincerely invoked divine order, a relationship would come at the right time. She didn't have to hunt. She could draw the experience by feeling worthy to receive and following the leads that appeared, but she had to feel deserving. So can you see that divine feminine approach to getting what she wanted and needed versus that divine masculine approach of I have to hunt it down and drag it home by the hair? Yeah. She didn't need to move somewhere she dreaded. I even told her about my friend Anna, who lived like a cloistered nun, but ended up falling madly in love with the visiting cable repair girl. The opportunity will show up in some way or some form if that's what's meant to be and you are open to receiving. But Janine was undeterred. How many of us are like that, right? By the end of the summer, she left, calling me from the airport for a tearful goodbye. By Halloween, the phone rang. Janine in Juneau. Hey, are you ready? She teased. Oh, geez, you already know what I'm going to say. I got here and honestly, it was so completely ridiculous. Gorgeous place, but I so don't belong. But I kept doing the divine order deal since what the hell, I'd already come. Then one night, this guy started talking to me in a cafe who was on vacation visiting. I interrupted her. From here? Oh, yeah, you got it, she replied. 12 blocks from my flat in the Mission. The most amazing person. We've spent the last month running around Alaska together in total heaven. He jokes that maybe we needed to start off first with a pricey vacation. I'm moving back tomorrow. So, and there are so many stories like that where the odds don't show in someone's favor and it works out anyway. Why? Because it's meant to work out anyway. So don't keep yourself from doing things that the odds would suggest aren't going to be successful. If the urge is there, if the push is there from within, from your heart and soul, do this, not that. Go here, not there. Heed those nudges. Heed those nudges. And does it mean it's going to unfold exactly how you think it is, or in the divine right timing and divine right order you think it should? No. But it will unfold exactly as it's meant to. So let's take a breath. Exhale into allowing. And most of us are going to have that little voice inside that's going, yeah, but wait, it's got to go like this. No. Breathe in. Breathe out. I allow. Breathe in. Breathe out. I'm open to receiving. Breathe in. Breathe out. In divine right timing and divine right order. Breathe in. Breathe out. I'm so happy and grateful to receive. How's that feel? To me, that feels really good, because what it does is it takes me having to overwork, pursue, hunt down, make happen. It takes all that off the plate. And then I can just be and be aware and tune into that voice that says, you want to go to this thing in Milwaukee. If you're not comfortable driving at night, find someone who'll go along. So things unfold as they're meant to. And I feel like the person who responded is someone I want to get to know better anyway. So she and I can yak the whole way down and the whole way back. And I was really looking forward to having someone to process the information with, because I hang on to information better when I have someone to talk about it right after. So that's exciting. So I hope you all have an awesome Friday. Mine is busy. I think I've got 4 or 5 meetings today. Some online, some out in the wilderness. I drive a Subaru. I don't care that it's a mess out there. So yes, it is going to be a good day. I choose for it to be a good day. I choose for it to be a good day for you. You can accept that, or you can let that go right on past. Up to you. Up to you. But have an awesome day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you are capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.